flying a plane when you've only got half of your instruments there. You know how fast you're going, but you don't know how high you are. So a council, they've got screeds of information across the organisation. But if I'm a middle manager in a council, how do I have information to make really good decisions when I need to make them? These here are the local, or the sizes of local government in Australia. So as you can see, there's a lot of them. And the problem there is that you've got a lot of people doing similar things, but usually they don't talk to each other and they don't learn from each other. So say, for example, I could be doing something really fantastic and the authority just down the road doesn't know about it and doesn't learn from it. Or I could be persisting doing something that's not working and persist doing it for a long period of time. So what we try and do is we try and reduce the costs and make it easy for councils to learn from each other so that they can scale things that are working and stop doing things that aren't. We have a tool called Parks Base, which helps Australian councils with their parks and recreation. So we have 45 Australian councils that are subscribing customers. How it works is they all enter a bit of data and they're able to see how they compare with other authorities. How that helps them is they can learn basically what they need to do better, and it helps them to have information to support good decisions and to have conversations within their organisation. They can say, you know what, why are we spending twice as much as the authority next door on this here? It starts a process from which they can get to a better outcome. This is our team. Started out with Joshua. Oh, by the way, the photo with Joshua, it was cut off like that.
He does have eyes.
It's a big smile, but not very many eyes. So it started out with Joshua and David down bottom right there. So Joshua's dad, David, consults to a bunch of Australian councils. So Joshua was the guy who built the website originally. I came on board 2 years ago and I'm managing operations. Lindsay joined us a couple of months ago, and Lindsay's helping out, supporting our customers and with sales. And off to the right, top right, Chris helps us out with web development. We're at the stage at the moment where we've got, as I mentioned, 45 councils, so we're making some money. We're at the stage now where we're figuring out our playbook. We're figuring out what are all the tips and tricks that we can develop that will help us to bring on board a whole bunch more councils cost effectively. So over the last year, we've tried out a bunch of things, and we've learnt how to warm up and how to close sales. Just to give you an example, a few months ago I emailed literally 250 councils to ask them what are your main challenges with playgrounds, and had 130 odd email back identifying their challenges. So we could send them out a document saying, hey, for you as a sector, here are the main things that are challenges for you. And what that does is it helps them identify their need in a particular topic. So when we're now going to them and saying, hey, we're doing benchmarking, so you can share information, share insights, share learnings on playgrounds, we've got the context there and we know the areas to focus on. So over the last year, we've figured out through free trials how we can get people's attention and things like this email here as well, identifying their challenges. What we tried last year in terms of closing sales, we found out what worked, e.g. phone calls and workshops, and we found out what didn't so much, i.e. emailing out lots of people. So what we've got coming up in the next couple of months is Lindsay, myself and David are going to be travelling around Australia. We've got 7 workshops and we've got about 80 odd councils and growing joining our workshops. So there'll be a chance to talk playgrounds, to build relationships, and for them to see how we can help them learn from other authorities so they don't reinvent the wheel. Looking beyond just the next couple of months, we see this guy here. He's got his hands across lots of different things. So I visited Canada earlier this year and met with a group in Ontario that help councils benchmark 20 different areas. So there's a whole bunch of things that we can do with councils. So in the next couple of months we're looking at, could be water, could be rubbish, could be libraries, expanding beyond helping councils just with parks. We're in Australia at the moment and we see potential to grow internationally as well. Once we've figured out how we can cost effectively bring on board new customers. And our aim for the medium term is to be having a product where we're making money. At the moment that's councils, and also to be giving a product away for free to not-for-profits. And that's Metric Engine.